Oh, hello, my sweet. So won't you come with me? There's oh so much to show in this grimdark distillery. So if you like bullshit or want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest nigh unbinary world magnificent welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Hi, Mowgli. Hi, Possum. Yes, no, that is my bad, guys. I had every intention, uh, but then I needed to go talk to some people and do some stuff. And one thing led to another, and next thing I know, I'm feeling like shit, and I'm just like, I've got 15 minutes, and we still haven't even eaten dinner. And yeah, so that is on me. I really need to either A, just not go to my local brewery anymore on Thursdays, or B, do things on Friday. So I don't know. Well, I guess we might play it by ear. Kelly had to drop some paintings off, so she went down there, and I thought, well, I'll go down there and catch up with you and the other guys after I finish doing what I need to do. Did not work out that well. Don't give up your Thursdays. That's it. Like it's yeah, the guys that go there on Thursday, that's pretty much the only time I really talk to them and see them. So it's just like I want to go see them, but at the same time, yeah, if you have a Thursday thing, don't stream on Thursday. Okay, thank you guys. I love you all. You're great. Yeah, I'm a little mentally drained today, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about where we are with progress on this because I've got pretty much everything for tonight done, most of stuff for next week done. Pretty much the only thing left is to finish these two little goofballs and then paint the guys, the knights and Otto that we have finished. I need to double check to make sure there's not anyone else that needs to be done, but I think with my math, I think I've got all the guys that need to be finished. But I'll double check on that. Silly Eli, real like what? But yeah, like just a lot of stuff on my head. But I'm excited about this, and I'm really excited to beat down some farmers. This morning, one of the things that I needed to do yesterday that I was like, fuck, I fucked up. I don't have enough time. Is I went back and added mud around the bottom of these buildings. So I'll go ahead and show that. So now they are in line with the castle, how the bottom of that looks, how it will like kind of meet into the board and kind of meld. And then I also finished all of, well, let me grab a couple things here. Finished the well, which is for the scenario 3. So I'm excited about that. And then I finished all these little fences this morning, getting all the mud and whatnot on them. So they are just drying, and they will absolutely be dry by tonight. So we are good on that. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about that. I changed up a few things, and I am happy with my changes. On the objective markers, I removed the rats. I love rats. Do not misinterpret that. Love rats. I kind of don't want them always to be on the objective markers though, but I'm pretty happy with how the glass bottles turned out. I think they look like an old, let me see if I can get that to focus better. Yeah, pretty much the glass bottles in his hand as well as here. Got a nice little green glass kind of sheen to them now, and then where I remove those rats, I'm just pretty much filling it in with dirt and mud. So I'm excited. Objective markers are all done. Oh, I guess yeah, I didn't show this little guy's face. I'll do that too. Wham. Look at that little spoopy skeleton guy in there. He says, hey, maybe you should take this little flask that I've got here. It might be helpful. You and your pupper. Hee hee hee. Something like that, as they say. Oh boy. So, with that done, a couple more things we need to do. We need to make some little papers to go on here, because of course we're going to do that. So why not? We're already going psychopath with it. Let's go full psycho. That's skelly. That's how I feel. Hell yeah, man. I get you. I get that. I want to paint the undersides of these black, so I'm probably going to do that first. Undersides of these black. She needs a bucket, but I don't know if I'm really feeling like fucking with the bucket today. I really want to fix these ears. I've been looking at them since I did them, and I'm just not happy with how the ears look. And I think it's because they are too thick. And it was my very first attempt at doing like kind of little hair on ears and whatnot. So I think we're going to go a different route now that I've got a couple other little ways of doing things under my belt. Man, that's wild. I did that back in March, so that's before I really started fucking around with foil and stuff, I guess, as much, because I made them out of plasticard, which, while plasticard is good, and that's absolutely how we ended up with the pig night. Oh yeah, I guess I'll show where we're at with the Doom companies that I've been working on for a while. I think everybody really likes the Brute a lot, so we'll look at the Brute. Pretty much the first layer of dirt has been added, and that's about it. So just, he's got a lot more to go, but I'm very pleased with so far. And I absolutely love, oh Eli, I've seen something using thin toilet paper as texture. That actually sounds really good. I'll have to, you just glued it on and roughed it up. Yeah, that would be a good texture. A very thin, because it would absorb glue really well. So I will give that a shot. This, I've got some little pieces of paper that I've kind of got thought out that will be good for it. But I'm pretty pleased with how they look so far. And then I also need to add some dried blood. There's Big Night, of course. Everybody knows her. Everybody loves Big Night. Speaking of plasticard, that is absolutely how we ended up with the pig night and not a kitty night. And then, of course, the bunny. Also getting dirty. They're both getting dirty. They're dirty girls. And then Kelly Saboteur. Getting dirty. I'm happier with the colors. I got those dialed in last week, this week, sometime. You just glued it on rough it up. Hell yeah, though. And then the knight, her captain. So I'm pleased. I'm pleased. Vemet needs smaller ears though, so we will fix that, and then Vemet will also be done. Vemet be done. So let's go ahead and put some black paint on the undersides of these roofs, because you know I like the undersides of my roofs to just be nice and black. I also like throwing my brushes in the floor. I've really got to get a better layout. But now that we are almost done with something, like entirely, I'm going to be able to spend some time and not feel guilty about it because I have the other things done. Time to use some big old thick acrylic. Wham, wham, wham. We're just going to be painting black on here. That way there's just a nice uniform color underneath and we don't see all the other colors, the grays, the unfinished stuff. There's also just very little reason that I can come up with to really try to paint the underside of the roof, which no one's going to see. But I do not like seeing it myself when I pick it up, so that's where we're at. Maybe someday we'll go back and add more hyper detailing on here, but I think that would be a little excessive at this point. I think our time would be better spent on other things. How many C's in that thick? Oh man, like 3, at least 3, maybe 5. Yeah, 5 actually. Fuck it, 5. Thick. It's some thick paint. Morning, Roz. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Yeah. Just gonna put a little bit of. Oh, I've got some mausoleums to show you guys. They're fucking sick. So I'll move this into the drying booth. The spray booth, as some call it. Yuck, 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 yuck. Come on, hair. What are you doing? Yeah, also, I guess I didn't really show the finished rooftops. They probably need a little blast of matte varnish. Good morning. Today was my Friday, so now I have a weekend. Hell yeah. Thick. I like the QUE at the end. That's good. Mausoleums. Everybody sees the mausoleums. I got 3 mausoleums printed. 1 is almost done, and the roof should be done in 13 minutes, so I'll show you that then. Take a quick little mausoleum break, eh? Yeah, these go to the Terra Blocks little city that I've got. So the same thing that the lighthouse is from. And I gotta say, the lighthouse is nice. These are so much better. So this is from Terra Blocks. But yeah, that is a very rad little mausoleum. It's quite tall. Definitely seems like it wants to go, no, I broke a little piece. I can fix that. I can fix it, don't worry. That's a sign right there, though, that it is just as fiddly as I thought it would be. Get out of there, super glue. Come on, work with me. We got time, we can fix it. Dun 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 dun. Fuck, I did it on the other one. Okay, I gotta quit picking it up like that. Dun 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 dun. Don't pick it up like that, Eli. Okay, little spritz. Now we're good. Okay, yeah. Pretty cool little mausoleum. Hell yeah, summer green, not winter. It's that summer green. Now for a whipped cream vodka Dr. Thunder. That sounds good. Whipped cream vodka Dr. Thunder. That sounds rad as hell, actually. All right. Another little mausoleum. And then this little mausoleum. Beep, boop, bop. I really like the little statues that are on it. Very rad. And also, I gotta say, as far as terrain goes, Terra Blocks, shout out to them. They make really good shit. Next, I have a very important Quar question. How do I Welshify the name Shar Aznable? Have an accent. Accents would absolutely do it. I'm not Welsh, I cannot help. So, maybe see if they have a weirdly specific localization. Yeah, so I guess I would need to look into how not Shar, but how Welsh, how their naming conventions work. And we could totally do that. Let's see. Welsh. Let me look at some Welsh names. Welsh names. Becca, Ethan. Man, okay. Huh. They're pretty Welsh naming conventions. Let me look at that. Patriotic surnames are based on the father's given name. AP or AB was added between the child's name and the father's name. David Ab Owen. So, very quickly, a very quick one would be Shar Ab or App Aznable. Yeah. App and Ab gets added in there. I think there may be too many vowels in Shar Aznable. The family could drop the AB or AP. In this case, his name would have simply David Owen. The family could drop the A and attach the remaining P or B to the father's name. For example, David Ab Owen could have been David Bowen. Now we're getting somewhere. So you could go with something like a Shar Baznable or Baznable. Shar Baznable. That's not the worst. Different naming patterns are often used in the same family. For example, Harry John's 6 sons are named Griffith Ap Harry, John Perry, Harry Griffith. May have used the given or surname of the reputed father. Some families use patronymics, patronymics after adopting a permanent surname. Let's see. Yeah, so essentially add a P or a B Chris. Okay. Now here we're getting into some weird shit. So, wait, Shar was his pseudonym, not his real name. Could make it English and Welsh his actual name, I can't recall. That is also true, yeah. Shar Aznable was a stolen name. Stolen identity. Robert, Probert, Roger, Proger. They added a D in there. So add some D's, add some P's, B's. Rhys, R-H-Y-S, becomes Reese, R-E-E-S or R-E-E-C-E or Rice. Aznable. So there's a couple different things. Wait, Shar is, yeah, okay. So I'll dig more into that into my brain and think of something while we go here. But I will get to the back to the black. Back to the black. This is gonna go real quick. And then from here, I think we might do the paper or the kitty ears. I don't know. If you guys would rather one or the other, I'm fine either way. I'd like to get them all done. Kind of seems right to do the kitty ears first, but I see a red door and I want it painted black. His real name is Castle Rim Daikun. Yeah, that is true. Castle. Castle. If you have watched, if you've not watched Gundam Origin, it is worth your time. Very much enjoyed it. It's definitely same story of Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, but from Char's perspective for the most part. Really would recommend it. Okay. Phone, what you want? I will answer that later. I've got to stay focused. I think that is Kelly's favorite Rolling Stones song, Mowgli. I've always been a fan of Beast of Burden, personally. All right, 3 little houseies down. Last little housey. And then we're on. Black and black. Back in black intensifies, no colors anymore. I want to turn to black. Crusaders have gone too far. The vetted walking tractors bent on our destruction. Just like 2 weeks ago, I think. Leads directly into the first episode of Gundam. Yeah. Good heart just hits you in the face. All of it. It'd make more sense to make them Crusaders, but I'm absolutely going to make the Res be a Quintish tractor commander. Hell yeah. Everything about the whole Quar stuff, I'm just like, man, that checks a lot of boxes. Checks and ticks. It checks a lot of boxes for me. You got Muppet-looking little goofballs. You got World War One. It's just, oh boy, I'm trying not to get distracted Which, speaking of distractions, yesterday I got a package in the mail that is an absolute just distraction to the point that I've not even looked through it yet, because I'm just like, I cannot allow myself to get distracted like this. But I will show that in a second. I've not even looked through. But we're definitely going to play it at some point. Okay. Look, I'm just saying, you get a full game's worth of models for $80. That's solid. But you could have the white Gintum instead. They're cute and fun. Your little guy and his dog walking the battlefield, and for whom the bell toll starts playing. Exactly. I just assume that doom metal is playing at all times in Vemit's head. That or Dragged into Sunlight, that kind of shit. Just the heaviest shit. I guess Dragged into Sunlight, that's doom, right? Alright, hey, we knocked it out. Knocked it out of the park. Boop, 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 boop. Done with the thick old paint. Thick paint. I like that paint. Thick. Alrighty. Well, we knocked that out. Get off my table, paint. Gotta clean that spot up because, you know, we can't have a single dirty spot on our cutting mat. But it's a joke. It's filthy. So a bunch of hairs came out of one of my brushes. That's what that is. All right. So do we want to do some kitty ears first? Or paper. I'm thinking maybe paper, because that needs to be done first and foremost. And I'm wanting to use this stuff. We're going to use our whatever scissors. I need to get some paper scissors. Actually, I have some paper scissors. Oh, too much shit, Eli. You have too much shit. Snip, snip, baby. Okay. Char. That's part of the difference. Yeah, that's good. It's like the hardest shit playing in his head or the weakest, saddest. Yeah, no, I get that too. It's just Claire de Lune. Claire de Lune on repeat, as he just kills all of his former compatriots, as well as a bunch of Franconian bandits. Alrighty, let's grab this bad boy. Put that in there. Lock it in. I gotta find the groove. Should be right there. There must be something. Yeah, this is bent as hell. That's it. Watching his doggo die. Oh man. Marin uses teenagers in their militia, I think, so having them to be Gundam side could make sense. Yeah. It's all about that child soldier shit, man. That's all Gundam's about. War's bad. It's even worse when children are involved. That's pretty much Gundam in a nutshell. That, and we should have left the Earth. It was holding us back for so long. Char was right. Which the thing about that is, you could have any stance almost, and be like, Shar was right, because he changes his stance like the weather. Unless you live in England, isn't it? You mean I never change my fucking mind? Hey, Greeblin just finished. War's bad, children are worse. That's the story of Gundam. Yeah, I'm not prepared for that dog to die. I still need to spend my advancement points for last campaign. I think I'm going to spend both of them on movement. Movement is one of the most important things in 1490. Part of me is like, man, I should increase his combat, but I'm just like, pretty much three ups. It's pretty solid, but being able to move an extra inch would definitely, I think help cover more ground. So we're going to put a bunch of itty bitty little papers on here, like a little board. So let's cut some little papers. That might be a little too big, but we'll make that work. That one's too big and wild. There we go. That's about the size that we're looking for. Yay, yay. 1, a 2, a 3, 3 papers. I'll zoom in further. There we go. I'm trying to figure out where the best spot to show what I'm doing for this would be. Hand, come to me. There you are. Alrighty. That's too thin. Right? Nah, it's right on. Right about. We can make that work. A little too long now, though. About yay. Yeah. Okay. All the pages could be different sizes. Yeah, I'm trying to not keep them completely uniform, but roughly the same shape. But there's definitely some different size ones here. Okay. Now, as far as getting writing on those, I think we're probably better off kind of doing that a little bit beforehand. And I absolutely should have done this before I cut them. But we can make this work. Fuck it, I don't know, maybe. Yeah. That's a 0.45. Let me grab the absolute once. One could be a notice, another a wanted poster, etc. Yeah, that's how I was thinking. Definitely some. Let me see what the smallest little micron I've got is. Hoo hoo hoo. Hee hee hee. Come on, be silly and laugh with me. We got a 0.7, we got a 0.45, 0.35, 0.25, 0.6, and 0.5. So 0.25 is the smallest that we've got. So we're going to go with that one. It's a 1. That is too big. Unless... yeah, I'm going to have to do this real light-handed. Which means that we are not going to be able to use those, I don't think. I need to get this, like, really on there. I think I'm going to be better off using paint. I think this is too thick. That looks like it's too big. It's pretty big words. Thinking this might be too big of a pen. Now hold on. Oh, here we go, babies. Let's try this. Get up. Paper? Do the thing. There we go. That is better. Yeah, this is a Winsor & Newton 0.05. So this is exponentially finer than the others. Made of bronze and gold. Bronze and stone, baby. Printers have gotten quieter. It is an ill omen. Sorry, everybody, not trying to go completely. That's as far as we can get, huh? It's very small. I'll pick it up and show it, but this one will do a 1. Try to make a little face here. That doesn't look too bad, right? Looks like a very small little face. I'm thinking that's good. Maybe a little bit more on the top here. Just there's no way I could actually write anything with a .05 and it would be legible. So, and there's also going to be dirt and stuff on them, but I'm trying to do as best of a job as I can. Sorry, do not mean to go non-verbal on you guys. Just trying to do very small, very soft little strokes across the page. That way I don't get the full size of the end. I'm just trying to make little squiggly lines because there's no way we'd be able to read it at this size. Trim those up, rough them up a little bit. One. Sorry, I didn't mean to go over there. I was reliving the disappointment of never being able to try the Taco Bell wine. Taco Bell wine? What? That's not a thing, right? Taco Bell never made wine. Please tell me that's not a thing. I'm assuming this is something someone else made from Taco Bell. Just nightmare fuel. That's horrifying. That can't be a thing. That's not a thing, right? I need that not to be a thing. What have we done? Alrighty. Canadian Taco Bell made jalapeno. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's horrifying. I feel like I knew about this and I put it in the vault. Oh god. We spent so much time figuring out if we could. We never thought about whether or not we should. Dear God. Dear merciful God. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with those little pieces of paper. I think they will look like what we're wanting. We're gonna need some tweezers. Look, they scientifically created a Mountain Dew flavor that was intended to pair perfectly with their food. See, throwing the word science in there doesn't make it any less upsetting, like on a human level for me. That's gonna look great. Hey, you know what? You guys can't see shit. Hold on a second. There we go. About to do a line of powdered caffeine. That is a choice. So yeah. We're gonna have to figure this out. Yeah, that looks right. Looks like a little piece of paper with some real small writing on it. So, we're just gonna stick that up there somewhere. Where the hell did my super glue go? There it is. Hi, friend. Just a speck. My go-to item is the Gordita Crunch Doritos Taco. So my brain is turned off and I just need to put food in there, and I need to know that I have a go-to at all times is 2 bean burritos, no onions, no red sauce, and then a side of creamy jalapeno sauce. That is my go-to if I am like, oh boy, I need to eat some food and I'm too past the point of being crazy. I gotta get food in me now. That's my go-to. Now, if I'm not a crazy hungry monster, there's other options. Potato tacos are so good. Yeah, dude. Spicy potato tacos. Love them. We're just gonna turn into a Taco Bell review stream. People like that kind of stuff. I've discovered. People like a lot of stuff that I discovered that they like this year. Oh boy. How close is your Taco Bell? So, fuck, what was that? Oh, okay. That scared the shit out of me. I thought I just kicked over some kind of glass, like something that had liquid in it. We've got a couple Taco Bells. The closest one to me is maybe 5 minutes. Maybe. It's pretty darn close. It's a couple blocks away. I could definitely walk there. Side note, Machos has the best ranch. I don't think I've ever been to Machos. I'm not familiar. Machos. Grim dark slumber party streaking grime, facials milliput manicures. Ah man, I can't even begin to think about what we would look like. Also, hi Shankly, good morning. I can't even begin to think about what that would do to our skin. Streaking grime, facials. I would assume it's not good, no matter how we go about that. Milliput manicures. That one's probably not too bad for you. I watched a stream where they tried one of each item from McDonald's breakfast menu and had to rank them as they tried them and couldn't change their rankings once locked in. Oh, Steve. Yeah, we've got our whole grimdark slumber party coming up and I'm excited. Oh, fuck, that's too much super glue. I got too excited about the slumber party. Beep, beep, beep. Little bit of super glue. Beep, 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 beep. Damn it. Where the hell did that little paper go? This paper's giving me the runaround. We watched Over the Garden Wall last weekend. I don't think I discussed that, but always a fan. To whom it may concern, shit's fucked up. I think the world's ending. 1490, baby. Don't betray us to the Franconians. I'm assuming that's along the lines of what all these little papers say. Once I am absolutely certain that this has completely dried, we will go and hit this with some glue. But I think that looks pretty darn good. Right? What are you guys' thoughts? Pretty good? Pretty good for a little message board? You can go there in town and be like, how do I make a quick buck? Buck, 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 buck. I'm happy with it. Does it need more papers? I think that's probably good. I think that's probably good enough. Thank you. I think the Wadham poster looks pretty good. And it's like, have you seen this guy? He's an asshole. Let me know if you see him. Does it need more, or is that enough? I'm thinking by that point in time, by the point in time that we're like, okay, there's a plague and it's killing everybody. There's not much that you really need to put on the board because most people are dead. So I'm thinking that looks good. It'll get a little bit of a wash, a little bit of dirt and grime on there. But other than that, bam, we're really knocking shit out today, guys. 8:50, it's not even pee time yet. It's not even pee time. But it is time for me to show you what Griebelin finished. Let's grab that. Griebelin finished, so let's get it. Get it. Get that Griebelin. Give it up. Griebelin, don't flaunt it unless you're going to give it up. Aha, I got it. This is a big mausoleum. Very good work, Griebelin. All right. So this one, there's a little double-decker, eh? Griebelin just finished the roof, but there we go. Look at that in all its glory. So yeah, Griebelin just finished the little roof part. I'm not going to break these like I did the others. Hee hee hee. I might have to trim that up though because it's got a little bit of overhang. But yeah, so another little mausoleum. Little door goes on the front of the mausoleum. They are functional, so you can open them and go inside, have a peep, check out your friends who are buried there. It's good. It's good. Good mausoleum. 10 out of 10. Good mausoleum. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mausoleums. And number 5 is printing right now. So, I mean, that's pretty much all the terrain we need for a necropolis board, if not more so. But it also could be used for Mordheim or 1490. So I'm happy with that. Eli, the world got overrun by zombies. What is your immediate action plan? Stay in my basement. Stay in my basement. I have everything I need until we run out of food. And at that point, I mean, the world's overrun by zombies, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. But I'm gonna let things blow over for a while. Just maybe head down to Flywheel and wait for the whole thing to blow over. We watch Shaun of the Dead a lot in this house. It is one of Kelly's feel-good movies, if not the number one on the list of feel-good movies. Like, oh, I just need to watch a movie and cheer me up. Shaun of the Dead. Which is very funny because I did not watch that until we met. I had never seen it, despite loving zombie horror. But I think it's because I really like to keep horror and not funny. But I really like a mix, and that's kind of Eventually I got there. Hot Fuzz is absolutely my favorite, though, of the Carmelos. What's the matter? Never taken a shortcut? Alrighty. Time for some kitty ears. We want metal. We want metal kitty ears. That is what is demanded. I work at Lowe's. I'm fortifying this building and living forever. So that used to be, I would run into the woods and make a treehouse, possum mines, find some chickens, form your local outwood, and boom, you're set. So at one point in time, my neighbor had some chickens. It was very funny when they stopped laying eggs because then they just kind of became pets, and I really liked that. He just had this pet chicken that was just always on the back porch, just chickening real hard. That's a verb. That is thinner. Okay, so here's the thing about kitty ears. They're pointed. Let's see. Vamut, hamut. We're just going to put that right there for a reference. Show me what your ears look like, Vamut. I'm going to put the helmet on. I haven't done that in a little bit. Yeah, you know, it just feels right in here. Oh, it just feels right. It just feels right in the Vamut Hammock. I need to film the little silly intro that I made this for. Need to get on that. We're pretty much there. I live in horror of just hearing things fall off of my desk and just being like, I wonder what that was. Was it important? Perpetual horror. We carry vegetable seeds and fertilizers, so absolutely making some planters in the garden. Super silver haze, X, cutthroats, runts. This is strain for today. Super silver haze, X, cutthroat runts. Where you can section out the warehouse and rooms. That is true. You can make the whole little village in there. So, scale-wise, I'm thinking about like yay. Yay? That looks like it might be a little too big, Eli. But maybe not. That actually looks about the size that I need. And we'll go ahead and we'll make that smaller, but I need to get it off of the piece of metal first. And then we're going to do another one. Is there any way I could trace that? Probably not. But we're going to do our best anyway. Hey, it worked. So, let's rotate this piece of metal. Rotate the metal down. Right there. Okay, we're going to grab the tin snips. Or not the tin snips, but photo etch snips. Okay. Turn this into Martian with med. He does also have access to chainsaws. Possum with a chainsaw. Vroom, vroom. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Vroom, 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 vroom. They're a little big. Maybe. Need to go a little bit to... Fuck. Drink your coffee. Oh, yeah. Bootleg Brighttown, or Blighttown, is such a good band name, or just location name. Bootleg Brighttown, or Blighttown. Why can't I not say that right now? Bootleg Blighttown. Okay, I think that's what we're looking for. I love that. Bootleg Brighttown. Damn it! Why can't I say that? Bootleg Blighttown. Bootleg Blighttown. Everybody wants to go to Bootleg Blighttown. Little kitty ears. Yeah, those are great. That's perfect. Look at those perfect little kitty ears we just made. Now we just need to figure out how to copy that. Woohoo! Well, I think I got it. Just need to snip right here, and then I'm gonna go pee. How are we looking? They look very, very similar in size and shape. So I think those will be good. All right, on that note, I've got to go pee. I'll be right back, my friends. Whatcha? Bang, ding, dong.
she comes, she's made of bronze and stone. And I'm just fur and teeth and blood and bitter angry bones.
And we're back. Okay. So, grabbing these little ears. And we wanted to go with metal because they are thinner. But we want to keep that thinness. So we cannot do too much glue. I think that is pretty much exactly what we want shape-wise. Okay. This way. Right? Nope. This one? This one seems like it might be fucked up. Come on. Tweezers. Do the thing. That's when I show you guys how I like to cut my fingertips off. I haven't done that in a long time. Okay. Fingies? Who needs them? I'm done with fingies. Alright, so now we're just going to do a little bit of surgery. Hey, look at that boy. And now he looks a lot more like the original, but that's not what we want. We want Vomit, Vomit, Hammett, Vomit, Hammett. Gotta get our Vomit, Hammett on. I think right there is pretty much what we're wanting. Alrighty, we're gonna have to snip that little bit right there. Fingies, never needed them. We're gonna bend this little ear point just a little bit. And then grab it. That's better. Okay. Damn it. Yay! Hi, Mowgli. Welcome back. Yeah, I think that looks good. So now comes the really fun part. And by that I mean the not fun part. Figuring out how we're going to put hair on there and what kind of hair we're going to use. I'm thinking probably the wig that we've got all over our desk. But I don't know the best way to go about doing that. We'll grab some of this hair right here. Get that Margot hair out of there. Don't need any Margot hair right now. Or maybe that's all we need. Yeah, I think we're going to grab some of that wig. I think that'll be the quickest, easiest way. My cabinet kind of sounded like a duck. Storm just took out the power at work. Fingers crossed we delete. Oh, hell yeah. Storm's a brewing, eh, Mowgli? You know we love a good storm a brewing here. It's been a while since we've had a good storm. We need one here. I just like them. I like a good storm. Yeah, okay. That'll do it. A little tuft. Just a little tuft. Tee-hee, tummy tums. It's a big one. We haven't even had a shower. Man. Winter red, baby. Winter red. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Now the key is we want a whisper of super glue on here, not a large amount, because we don't want it to stick to itself or to build up too much. And we fucked up and dried on there, so we're gonna take a little bit of super glue and put it on. Called it with my leggies. We're gonna snip the part that's dried. Okay. JJ! Hey bud, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. I ran away mentally, in a good way. Yeah, no, that's cooking out in the woods. Little woods cooking. What's cooking? In the woods. Welcome back, buddy. You have been missed. Another little thing of hair. Oof. This just seems like I'm doing some real psycho shit here, if I'm being honest. Feels kind of crazy. But that's often how we know we're on the right track, right everybody? Right? Nice. Oh yeah, man. Spend some time with the kiddos. Hell yeah, there are a few things that's relaxing. It's just slinking away to the woods. I need to really thin this out. We're having the same issues that we had with the plastic art in that the super glue, too much super glue, is going to cause it to build up and thicken, and we don't want that. Really trying to dial in exactly the shape that I'm wanting and not compromise on that. So maybe we need to take this from a different approach. I think I was kind of on the right track with applying the super glue just to the very, very, very ends. But honestly, that's kind of looking, it's kind of looking right. Just even removing that. Honestly, that might be it. And then put hair on the back. Because the hair is very thin on the front of a cat's ears. And just a little bit taller at the ends. So yeah, let's continue playing with that. we get as much. Ball showed up. Damn. Hopefully the boss showed up to be like, hey, it's storming, we gotta go. Power's out. I think that's it. I mean, that looks good. So let's grab more of this hair. Let's get the back of those little kitty ears. Still messing with hair, bro? Oh, yeah. Yeah, forever. We're forever going to just be... We're just a glue and hair to stuff channel now. We just do that all the time. Now, I'm trying to fix Vemet. I was never happy with his ears. They looked too big, too goofy. We need to get them locked in. And painting only made it more obvious that I was just not happy with it. I know I said, man, I'm not going to fuck with hair for a long time after doing that last thing, but, well, here we are. I think you all can tell when I'm lying. At this point, if I say, I'm done messing with hair, it's a lie. You all know it. I know it. The American people know it. They're tired of being lied to. Just admit that I'm the creepy, weird hair guy. And we can all move past it. Damn it, the hairs. Because I'm putting so little super glue on there, it's just causing it to dry. But I really don't want to put it on the model and end up putting too much, because that seems to be exactly how I've been doing it. Is putting it on there, letting the super glue get too much in a ball, and then it just kind of builds up, and I don't want that. The front looks really good, so we just got to make sure we get the back right. See, at least you have hair, though. If I did it being bald, people would say, it's a thing. People would definitely be like, I don't know, man. Is this guy into hair? That, and also just being very upfront. It's like, oh yeah, I'm making a cat boy. It is what it is. All right, we got super glue. Come on, get it on there before it dries. did it. There we go. Now that is a good little kitty here. We did it, and it only took a hot minute. Worth it. Just a whisper. Okay, I think we need just one more small piece on the top. Okay. Come on. Okay, sorry everybody, I did not mean to go completely nonverbal on you guys, but oh boy. Trying to glue very small parts of hair to a very small little kitty ears. A little bit more intense than I really thought it would be. I thought, hey, we've been doing stuff with hair for a while now. We probably got this right. It's still difficult as shit. Seeing as Millie can't retaliate at the moment, I would think this would be the perfect time to slander his no good scrawny butt. I'm sure he's scrawny. There we go. Hey, focus is crucial, bro. Exactly. Scrawny butt, huh? That's good. This is good. Now that is a much better kitty ear. Much happier with that. Looks much more akin to the helmet that I made. So, now the other one. It's going to be worth it though. It's going to be worth it. I'm going to be happier, and then I can finish my little Doom Company. Because that is absolutely part of the reason that I've not gotten it done yet, is I was like, I'm just not happy with those ears. They need to be fixed. Super glue tried too quick. Oh, oh. I think we got it that time though. Got it. See, we're getting it down. We got it down to an almost science, an almost pseudoscience. Gluing little hairs to little cat ears. Okay. Whew, we're getting there. weekend plans, Eli? So I've got a sleepover with my friend Shankly. Grim dark sleepover. As far as Halloween plans, I don't know. I don't really have any. I think we might have a Halloween party that we're going to, but I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure if the girl that normally hosts our Halloween parties that we go to is doing one this year or not. I'll have to see. Kelly keeps track of all that stuff for the most part. I just exist. But I'm real excited about my sleepover. Stream it, the sleepover. So we're going to be recording an episode of podcast, Piss Pants. I finally found somebody to do a podcast with me called Piss Pants. Who knew? It's Shankly. Yeah, that's good. These are good kitty ears. I think one more little spot. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Yeah, so we're going to do some Merkborg. Shankly's never played Merkborg, which is my favorite role-playing game. And then I think the next morning we're going to record. So yes, Monday morning. No morning stream because I will not be here, but we will do one in the evening. So, glad that you reminded me that, because I have not made any announcement about that so far. And I could do it there, but I'm pretty sure we're going to stay up late doing other stuff. So I don't want to bring all the stuff there and then not use it because I'm going to be sleepy boys. But I am bringing my stuff to record audio. So we will have a podcast finally that I've talked about doing that actually will get done. That's not a dig whatsoever at anybody else that I've talked about doing podcasts with. It's more of everybody's got a lot of shit going on, so I get it. Something about it both appeals to me and deters me. I'm very curious about Merkborg. Huh? It's wonderful. It is my favorite simply because of how stripped down it is. It really is, I think, the perfect old school Renaissance game, at least in my book, just because it does not give you anything that you don't really need in the book. Everything that you need to play the game is in the book. It's just that imagination. And then obviously there's, expansions and stuff that can help you generate things if you don't have a background in doing that or anything like that. And being able to play through it with Shankly, I'm very excited because I really wanted to do solo RPGs and showing those. It's just so much harder to do all by myself. And having someone actually showcase role-playing games, especially the ones that I love, is just going to be very, very helpful. So I'm hoping this leads to us doing some kind of small campaign or a little stream here on the channel. That way I can actually showcase, hey, this is how we play my favorite role-playing game. But that is probably a good chunk of what the podcast will be about, is Shankly's first Merkin or the Birkin. That's good. I had my doubts for a brief moment. I did all that, and it's just going to look the same, but it is not. They look better. I was right to do it. I was right to be crazy and redo the ears after I've done all the work that I've already done. Okay. It's just the back. So what? I can't explain. It seems so punk rock, but it seems kind of, yeah, slide, but I have nothing to base that on. Not softly chaotic, extremely chaotic. So I think that's one of my favorite things about it. That absolutely is one of the art. The art is one of the, and the layout, everything about the presentation is so the vibe of Merkborg. It's so, you play in a world that factually is dying, like hope does not exist. And the book itself, how it's laid out, how everything is done, it's so, it just feels right for the world that they are building and that they've created. It insists upon itself, but in a great way. That, and it's just, there's no unnecessary, there's nothing unnecessary that they really put in there. It just seems, everything about it seems so intentional. I could just rant about how much I love Merkborg all day. Yeah, and as someone that is extremely neurodivergent, it was very, very, very fun to find a book that I could sit down and I could read the whole thing and not get distracted and start doing something else, because it's of how chaotic it is almost. There's never a, oh, you need to flip to this page to do that, and it's just like, well, shit, now I'm going to get lost in this. It's like, oh yeah, it's a small page count. It just seems very streamlined in the most logical way, if that makes sense. But yeah, I did not have any, I'd never heard of it, and then right around the time that the Kickstarter was released, I guess like, had to have been days upon like people getting the original first Kickstarter books, maybe even before. It might have been a retailer kind of thing, but my buddy Greg went into his gaming store and was like, hey, what's this? And he was like, oh, that is a utterly pitch black, hopeless doom metal RPG. And he was just like, oh man, I know just the guy who would love every bit about what you just said. And he was right. Greg knows what I like. Honey. Hi. I'm trying to do the kitty ears. I'm doing the best I can, Margot. Girl. You need me to pick you up and show you? I need to show you off. Show off what you got. Can I finish snipping this hair? If that's where your priorities are, I guess, yeah. I really thought your cat was my cat locked in my back room. Oh no! All right, come here. You want to say hi to everyone? Oh, there she is. Just the teddy bear princess Jumbo. Boop, 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 boop. You smell good. I gotta go. Put me down. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to my stream. Dad, the host has to pop up at some point in time. Pick me up. I'm the host. She's a good baby. Gorgeous as always. They said gorgeous as always. Big back attack. Oh no. She's so pretty. She's a good girl. I'm going to sit down here on the floor and smell some bags. That's a bag, all right. think we need just one little floof. And then we'll be good. Damn it. I touched it. Part of it stuck. Okay. We have got this. We are so close. So close to the perfect kitty ears. So close. Margot, what is it, honey? Just tell me about cheeseburgers. Just in general. Please. Yeah. One more on top, and then we're done. We did it. Those are some good looking little kitty ears. And it only took like an hour. Honey. Honey bunny princess what? Dad, I need attention. Stop messing with those kitty ears and look at these kitty ears. That's what you're saying? Hi. Margot, we don't want to be rude. Just someone's got to talk. You're not talking. Damn, Margot. You're right. You're making me look bad on my own stream. Girl, give me a second. You are spoiled rotten. You know that? Mom seems to think it's my fault, which is just insane. It's my fault. Now there we go, guys. Much better. Look at these beautiful. Have you ever seen a model with beautiful kitty ears like that? Handcrafted. I don't think I have. Now, if that's not the perfect leader for a femboy death cult in 1490, I don't know what is. If I don't say so myself. Very happy with that. Much better than the other ears. Yeah, they are so much thicker, these other ears. Much, much better. now. There we go. Let's see, there's place. Okay. Margo said you should fly me out to go to the sleepover. I did hear that. Hey. You need me to pick you back up? Just no, put me down. I don't want to hang out up here. Dad. She's a goof. I like Moxie. Okay. Let's see. Hamburger people are weird. Cheeseburger. Supreme being. Through deduction, I found out my cat Moxie likes bacon. Yes, it deserves a capital B in mayonnaise. Huh. I can imagine there being something on a burger that would make me not want cheese on it. But I can't think of an actual example. Like Moxie, she has a really good taste, literally. Did you hear that? Margo said you should fly me out to go to the sleepover. I know, I wish. There's a place that serves peanut butter and jalapeno jam on it. Oh, I can't handle that. She wants to go too. I want to go to the sleepover, but also I don't want to leave the house. And bring Possum. Yeah. You just want to sit in my lap. You silly girl. Called the sticky finger. Oh, man. My uncle had a buddy with a hot dog stand who sold all kinds of crazy wieners. PB&J was one. That's wild. That is wild. I don't know how I feel about all of that. I don't like jam or jelly or anything like that. So like peanut butter is my jam. Peanut butter is my jam. I don't like jam though. Jam is not my jam. But yeah, okay. I feel like we got a lot done. We got our little message board for the town made. It needs to be weathered a little bit and varnished so it's not glossy. We got new ears on our Nightmare Priest Nyan Binary Herald Magnificent Vemmet. He's great. Those are so much better. Such better ears, everybody. Well done, team. We did it. We can call that one done. Right? Yeah, we can call this done. Just gotta do a little bit of painting now. A little touch-up. A little touch-up painting. Yeah, so tonight, thank you, Eli, for providing a safe and amazing place to commute. No problem. That's what I want. I really want this to be a place where everybody feels welcome. It looks really nice tonight. Thank you. I'm pretty excited. So, yeah, we're supposed to. One of the things I wanted to do was show how you can make yourself into the game. Like that's me. That's me. If it was 1490, I would be Vemmet, a little nightmare priest. So yeah, pretty excited. Pretty happy with that. Gonna get him finished painting. That way we can get the rest of the Doom companies painted and actually start playing regular 1490 Doom on the stream. In addition to the scenarios, which tonight, 7 Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be doing the second scenario, which is something at the farm. It's going to be a throwdown at the farm. I'm going to call it that for right now, and I'll say whatever it actually is called whenever the time comes. But yeah, so 7 Eastern Time, we'll be beating some farmers down and hopefully finding an ally and stealing stuffs with our trusty dog Behringer as Wilhelm. Not Vemmet, Wilhelm. Maybe Wilhelm or Vemmet will show up. Did you just hiccup? That was adorable. She's got the hiccups. But yeah, so I think I'll go ahead and stop here. I am very happy with the amount. Okay, let me put you down. Don't jump. Don't want to strain your little leggies. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and stop here. So thank you, Mowgli. Thank you, Possum. Thank you, Roz. Thank you, Shankly, of course. JJ, good to see you again. Good to have you all back. I love having more people in the chat. Your story arc must be fulfilled. Oh yeah, I'm hoping to. Thank you guys. Again, I say it every time, and I'll keep saying it. Your time is the most valuable commodity, resource, asset that you have. Adam Mules, thank you. Also, welcome and thank you. Margot hair is flying around now. It's the most valuable thing that you have. So the fact that you like to spend it or want to spend it with me truly means the world to me. Until then, until tonight, take care of yourselves and each other. Sit pretty. Yeah, and I will see you guys then. That's anything else I say? I think that's it. Yeah, thank you guys. All right. 7 Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Throw down at the farm. All right. Bye, friends. Thanks again.